Got your technical difficulties sorted?
Yeah, I had to figure out how I was going to run my wires because I run my PC tower like down on the floor now, not on my desk.
Hmm.
So I had to get creative with running the camera and the mic setup. And then I had to update Zoom. So, all
Oh, yeah, I hate when it does that.
right, so what are we doing? We're deciding the order.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. Can you see that?
I can.
Okay. So they're in no real order. Just those are the same highlights we used at the last one. Um, okay. So the first one will go up in February. Well, wait. Yeah, because we still have to record the one for January this month.
Correct.
And that one, that's one of my topics, so I guess we should probably start with one of yours or with one of the both of us, but you lead it.
Gotcha.
I mean,
Let's
that's
see
my
here.
thought.
Let's see here. Hmm. Let's let's do the social media one. Start off with that.
Okay.
That would be my foot forward.
All right. So everything's crowded on this desk. February. All right. So then let's see. Let's see. I don't know. Um, I'm just thinking about like the actual calendar. Um, like it could be like if we do the fourth or they go up on the third week, we record on the fourth week. So let me look at my calendar. Okay. So that'll be February 20th. Okay. The ghost summonings visitations could be a good Halloween one, but at the same time, it could be overlooked in Halloween time because there'd be so much of it. We could do it because I
Oh,
almost
talk
thought,
like oversaturation.
yeah, because I almost thought that would be a fun one to kick off with. Um,
Yeah, no, I mean, I was thinking start off with something light.
okay.
Don't
All right. Well,
go
we're
into
doing,
season two with
yeah,
but really there'll be no gap between the end
right,
of season one and the beginning of season two.
right.
And so, I mean, it doesn't have to be a light one to start off with, but
Yeah, true, true. Hmm.
I do like the idea of the ghost one being in Halloween. I
Okay.
mean, I think that would be a nice little teaser, you
Hmm.
know, uh in September to be like next episode
Yeah,
we got a
true,
fun Halloween one, and
true.
so sure to tune in.
So I guess let's go ahead and put it there then. October. Oh, I was looking up the actual dates, so we could be so February 20th and October 16th. Looks like when those will go up. Okay. La la la. I'm trying to think if there's any other calendar connections that would like is God necessary? What month is Easter this
Yeah, I
year?
could do that in May, yeah, or whatever.
That
That'd be fun.
would be hilarious. I think that's exactly what we should do. Um,
I never know when Easter is.
yeah, it's all about full moons and some pagan crap. Let me
All
see.
right.
Easter 2025.
Easter is the 20th of April.
Okay,
It's
so
on 420.
oh, that's hilarious. Um, Okay.
also, for the ghost summonings, visitations, and hauntings, we could do that on Mother's Day. No, I'm just kidding.
And try to talk to our
Or
mom
moms, yeah.
with a Ouija board. That would
Oh
be
man.
insane. Okay, yeah, so if we did Is God Necessary on April 17th, that'll be right before Easter.
Yep.
Okay.
That would be great.
Yeah. Oh wait, what date did I say? So 17th. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Uh, that was right on four. Okay. Okay, I guess the rest are just kind of whenever. We could do the cinema one maybe in May, and that would line up probably with a bunch of big movie releases.
That's true. That's normally when all those come out,
Yeah,
the summer blockbusters and whatnot.
right. So that would be, do you want to do that?
Yeah, that would be fun.
Okay, so
When
May.
when does when does Congress meet?
Well,
Like all the
like
time now, right?
yeah, all the time, but good question because there are loopholes that I'm sure Trump will be exploiting that, to get his insane cabinet appointees through without Congress, he can shut Congress down. Like he can force them to take a recess, which I don't know exactly how all that works, but I don't know what time they're supposed to be in session. Because I was thinking third party voting maybe in November, but it would come after general election day, I think is usually early in November for most states. In October, we're doing
Hmm.
ghosts.
Well, yeah, gun control would be good right at the start of school, like September.
Oh, okay, that's a good idea. Um, I don't have a calendar just up. I keep having to reopen it.
Yeah, I don't know when the
September
first day of
18th.
school is. Yeah.
First day of school
Uh,
is going to be in August.
yeah, it goes back and forth between September and August.
Hmm.
But yeah, September 18th for that.
Okay. So put that to 9. All right. And then, hmm. Okay. The
Um,
rest of them,
I don't see anything that would really, I mean, voting would be good for November, third party voting.
yeah, but I think we'll miss. Let's see. Is there a major election day next year? Or is it
Maybe the
just like
senators.
state to state? That would be in 2 years,
Gotcha.
I think. Let me see.
Because it's every six
Election
years for
day.
them. And so it's a little off kilter for
Yeah, true. Yeah, November 4th. Um, so we'd kind of miss that one.
true. I mean, we can still just talk about it
Yeah, true.
around
True.
election time whenever
True,
it's
because
hyped up.
we'd have all the results to maybe look at because
Yeah, true.
well, no, we wouldn't because we'd be recording it in October, but it would be going up on November
Yeah, I
4th.
mean, so we'd just be talking, like, it would just be capitalizing on the politicization,
Yeah. Yeah.
hype, I guess.
Right. Okay. So we can do that. November 20th.
And then when we do the ethics of time travel, we can talk about how we recorded this 7 years ago.
Or 7 years from
From
now.
now, yeah. We come from
Oh,
a land
how did that happen? What is going on?
of peace and serenity. We can tell all of our viewers about how great the world is
Yeah.
post Donald Trump.
Right. Or how gone the world is.
Yeah. Well, we're still there.
Right. But it's just us.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how these are getting all out of whack. Okay. No, still
Beats
okay.
me.
Do.
You got May.
Dang, they
Yeah,
keep moving. Like I don't know what's going on. All right.
there
Okay,
you
I
go.
think we're all lined up again. Okay. Um, I
We
don't know
could.
if there's we could just oh what?
I was gonna say storytellers would be a good uh because January is taken.
Yeah, January. Oh right, January's taking. I'm gonna just
Yeah,
so
just
that
just just throw that in there. The
why won't
Star
it let
Wars.
me? Okay. Okay,
Gotcha.
now they're all jacked up again.
Yeah.
Two. Oh wait. Good.
Hey, you're doing better than me. I don't know how to work any of the stuff you're doing right there.
Okay, there we go.
There we
Okay.
go.
Cool.
Let's
Social
throw
media.
maybe storytellers in for March.
For March.
I
Okay.
was
What? Wrong
like,
button. Okay. No, did it again. Nope, that didn't fix it. Oh wait. Damn. Nope, that didn't do it either. Good. Why isn't this there? And then yes, okay. Everything's lined back up. So storytellers for March. I think that's just March 28th. One, two. Yep. Because now we should probably, I mean, unless there is another calendar reason to put something somewhere, I guess we should just try to make it kind of
alternate.
yeah.
That's kind of what I was doing.
Okay. Okay. Good.
Yeah, and so far, I mean, it looks pretty good. We've only got
Yeah.
one backup basically.
Hmm.
That I don't know. Maybe my brain's just not working, but I don't know if that can be fixed unless we could just swap the ethics of time travel and conspiracy theories.
Wait, if what can be fixed?
The 11 and 12 are just back to back me, but if we just swap 12 and
Oh,
13, then
right.
it would be
Well, and
properly alternated. But then there's
oh yeah,
also, we
true.
don't have to do it that way either.
True. But I mean, let's look at it.
Yeah, let's just
See.
do that for now. Then we can just flip flop any one of them that we
Yeah.
feel like would go in a better spot. Uh,
Um, what because the ones that are not highlighted, they're both of us.
both of us, yeah.
So,
That's kind of what I was looking
do
at.
we
I mean, yeah, because I guess in this scenario, both of them would be. Mm,
yeah. I mean, if we made gun control blue, then this one is still back to back.
yeah,
I
I
mean,
I don't know if we can avoid a back to back,
yeah, I don't either. I mean,
and I don't really care either.
yeah, it's just kind of a good rule of thumb. It's not like we have to
What?
do it that way because we still do the same number.
Right.
So would you, let's see, because it is even, right? We've got it like we each have five, and then there's these two.
Correct.
Okay. So if we each take one of these to lead, which one would you prefer?
The gun control one,
Okay. Okay.
and I mean it's really just toss up.
Right. I mean, we're both still going to be talking. So
Yeah.
we're both still gonna, if we have something we want to say, we're gonna come prepared. Um, okay. All right. So we got social
Um,
media storytellers. Is God necessary? Is true cinema a dying art? Idols and demons. That one was, I'm trying to remember.
so that one is discussing the parallels between idolization and demonization.
Oh, right,
Like
right.
how in society like we like to idolize and we often highlight the dangers of it, of doing so, the act of idolizing.
Uh-huh.
But we often, like with cancel culture, like it's sort of like a cancel culture thing. We don't often highlight the negative aspects of demonizing. And so I gotta come up with some
Yeah.
examples, some prompts and
Yeah.
stuff like that for that.
Okay. Cool, cool. And white privilege. Is the internet a baby god? Gun control, ghost summonings, visitations and hauntings, third-party voting, conspiracy theories, the good, the bad, and the absurd, ethics of time travel. I love ending the season on ethics of time travel. That's a
Yeah,
nice, meaty one. Like,
yeah,
I
it
mean, they
is.
kind of all are. That's pretty solid, I think.
I just wish I could remember what prompted that thought in my mind. Like I had
Idols
to
and demons.
know ethics of time travel.
Oh,
Like, because I
right.
came up with that one, but I don't remember what it was that brought that to mind. I don't know what I was
Right.
watching or reading or thinking.
Hmm.
It had to be something I was watching, and I'm trying to remember what it was. It may have been, I'm thinking it may have been like the Bunny Girl Senpai,
Hmm.
um, because it the movie that you hadn't seen,
Yeah.
that revolves around time travel and
Oh, okay.
like, because it's all about weird happenings, puberty
Yeah.
syndrome as they call it, which coincidentally
Right.
the English dub for uh Bunny Girl Senpai has now dropped on Crunchyroll. It's been like out in the ether for years. Like nobody had the rights to the English dub. So now I get to
Oh,
hurt myself in my native language.
okay, good. Long as you're hurting yourself, I guess.
Yeah, so I'll have to think about more. Like you were able to explain just based off the prompt a pretty good idea of how the topic would go.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
talk about it. I talk about that to myself all the time.
and
Like,
so
I
I'll
love
have to
that
think of some
topic.
stuff too.
Yeah. Maybe check out some time travel classics and film and
Yeah.
literature. Like, I've never read The Time Machine. I think and
Hmm.
I've been wanting to.
That movie scared me when I was a kid.
Right? I remember I saw the movie when I was a little kid on TV, like the old ass version. I didn't see I wanted to see, I think that was the one that they remade sometime in the late first decade of the 21st century. I think the author's great grandson directed it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think it was The Time Machine.
Yeah, it was directed by Simon Wells.
Okay, yeah. H.G. Wells' great grandson. I think he was just one great, which is crazy because I mean H.G. Wells wrote that in the
1895.
19th century. Yeah, 1895. Good
Yeah.
year. Good
Yeah,
year.
just a mere 30 years after the end of the Civil War, he's talking
Right.
about time machines.
Right. And I mean that's the origin of time machines is that novel. I mean before that you had time travel that wasn't really called out as such, like Dickens did it with A Christmas Carol. Um, where Scrooge is being taken to like look at his life.
Oh yeah,
But it was more like an out of body experience than what H.G. Wells was doing
right.
with the time machine. So, yeah. Yeah, I might check some of that out before we do that one, just to have it in my head.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch like the Terminator.
Right, the Terminator, that's a good one
Yeah,
for
and
time travel, just the ooh, and Looper. Have you
Looper.
seen Looper?
I don't think so.
Oh, we were talking about that at work today.
Oh, actually, I have something to do with movies that you might be able to give me insight on. I was at a movie trading company the other day, and I
Hmm.
brought up my ancient movie list,
Hmm.
and there was a movie that I don't recognize on there that Courtney didn't recommend to me, and I've never seen it, but it's called Primer.
Primer.
Primer. Is that a movie you're familiar with? I was trying to think of who
Hmm.
recommended that movie to me.
No. Maybe you just saw it somewhere and you were like, I gotta see that.
Maybe
Like
it's
you,
like a sci-fi. It's a 2004 American independent sci-fi science fiction film about accidental discovery of time travel. Okay, that's
huh.
huh. I didn't realize it was actually pertinent to the discussion here, but maybe I need to go
Yeah.
pick up Primer.
Yeah. Maybe
They
so. Ooh.
Aaron and Abe accidentally invent what they think is a time machine
Hmm.
when they were trying to build and sell error checking technology.
Yeah.
Hmm, interesting. What was the movie you were mentioning though? A
When?
Looper.
Looper. Yeah. I think it's Bruce Willis and Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
All right, say less. Never made a bad movie.
Right. And Looper's so good. Um, Time travel movies. Back to the Future is the obvious one. And they don't really deal with ethics in that one so much as, well, I don't know. Maybe they do because everything gets all kind of fucked up.
Oh, Bill and Ted.
Bill and Ted, they definitely don't deal with ethics so much in that one, but
Nah,
except when they
S-
go to hell. I mean,
so
uh,
great.
so great. Star Trek 4 was a great time travel. Like a probe was coming to Earth and like destroying it by sending these crazy signals at it, and just everything was there were earthquakes and stuff and they didn't know what to do. So that it turns out it was trying to contact Earthlings, but not humans. It was trying to contact whales. And
Hmm.
only a whale could respond to it, but they were extinct. So they had to go back in time, and there were all these quandaries. There were all these things going on, trying to get some whales. That was a good time travel movie. I don't know. There's a lot. There's a lot of time travel movies.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to look up like a some sort of IMDb list of
Yeah,
best time travel movies.
yeah, yeah. I mean, Doctor Who does it so much that's it's basically all Doctor Who is. Sometimes they just go to other planets, but usually it's time travel. But so it's not really like I don't know. It's not like a novelty either. They're like, "Ooh, we're time traveling. What should we do?" They
It's just
just,
something they do.
yeah, it's just like, "Oh, let's go across the street to 1832." Um, but Looper definitely is. Oh, I'm trying to. No, that wasn't time travel. That one with frickin' why can't I think of it? Minority Report. No,
Oh
that was
man,
just they saw the future and were
I need to watch that again too. I remember that movie scared the crap out of me when I was a kid.
it was freaky. But
Yeah, well,
like it does bring up some ethical quandaries for time travel, even though it isn't a time travel movie. Like if you could go to the future and see who was going to commit a crime, would it be right to come back to your time and prosecute them?
yeah,
Like
because that movie
prevent
was
them?
like all about like thought police, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. It was like they had this psychic in a tub or whatever. And whenever they saw that someone was going to commit a crime in the future, they went and arrested them, even though they hadn't done it. I don't know if they'd even thought about it in some cases, but I don't, it's been so long since I've seen that
Hmm.
movie.
Donnie Darko? Is that a time travel movie?
Was it? I
That's
don't
what
remember. I just
that's what
remember
Google's telling
loving
me.
it. But yeah, I think
Oh, you know what?
no.
I think it was Arrival.
Arrival?
I think Arrival was the one that gave me the thought about the ethics of time travel.
Oh, really? Arrival. Have I
Uh,
seen that?
yes, that's the one about the aliens that come and give that lady the language, which allows her
Oh,
to see
right.
past, present, and future. Like,
Right. That movie was crazy.
I'm pretty sure I need to like write that down
Oh,
somewhere.
right. Ethics. Yeah, that's where you did it.
Yeah, that's where I came up
Because
with that.
yeah, I think I even remember you bringing that up because I
Yes,
watched that with you.
yes, and I remember thinking like, oh, it
It's
was
like,
about
is it
like
ethical to, like, that
that,
the heartbreak is going to happen, and is it
right,
ethical to not tell the dude? Is it?
right. Yeah, that's exactly
Oh,
what
that's right. That's right.
I need to write that down somewhere because when are we doing that? In a year? Yeah, I'm not gonna remember that I watched that. That is what I mainly wanted to talk about. I'm literally
Right.
gonna set a reminder in my calendar.
Just your alarm's gonna go off and say, "Watch
Watch Arrival
Arrival," and
for
you'll be like, "What
podcast.
the hell? Why do I have a watch Arrival?" You shouldn't even put for podcast. You should just
Just watch Arrival. It's and this is time travel too. I'm making a note.
no. It's true. You're sending a note to yourself in the future.
Yep. I'm
I
pretty sure
like it.
I've got a damn I wonder if they ever opened it. I think it's actually next year in like a couple months. I think they're supposed to open up a time capsule that I put in the ground
Oh,
for my with my Cub Scouts
oh, really? That's
back
interesting.
in like 2005.
Hmm.
I
Yeah, way
think
back in the distant past.
yeah, no,
20 years ago, though.
I know that I think I put like a McDonald's toy in it
Hmm.
that I gotten like that day or something. And I
Interesting.
thought it would be cool to send myself that toy.
Nice.
I wonder what it was. It was probably like Lilo and Stitch or something.
Maybe. I don't know, 20 years ago. What was in the theaters? If it's next year,
Yeah.
uh, 2005. That's when Revenge of the Sith came out.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't a revenge. It was a little legless Anakin.
And you're happy meal.
Yeah, a little Lego Anakin without his arms and legs. What else we got in here for time movies? Oh, I could watch The Notebook.
I've never seen it, doesn't appeal to me.
Yeah, neither.
Chick flicks usually don't. That doesn't mean they're not good when I
Yeah,
see them.
and it's such an awkward chick flick because apparently it's about a chick cheating on her husband.
Oh, really?
And so like women are like, "Oh, this is such a romantic movie." And then men are forced to watch it with their wives and they're like,
Uh-huh.
"What the hell?" Like like how is this
Yeah.
the romantic
Yeah.
movie that you were craving? All about cheating on your husband.
Right.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
also this actually looked pretty good, The Time Traveler's Wife.
Hmm. I
Seemed
haven't
like a
seen that
pretty
one
good
either.
romance drama. It wasn't so much a chick flick so much as it was just like a it was sort of one of those things where it's like, I loved every you there ever was
Oh,
type of
yeah.
thing. Oh,
Got
there's
it.
also that Crunchyroll movie that's supposed to be watched like in either order and it makes the ending different. Like
Ooh.
watching one makes the other one different.
What?
And it's called I've got them bookmarked and I started watching it when I was staying up way too late on a work night and I was like, "Oh,
Hmm.
I need to be fully in this movie to get this movie because it's called
Right.
there's two films and it's called let me see here. I want to go through my little watch list thing because the names are apt as well.
Hmm.
If I can remember correctly before I scroll down to it, it's called like because I know one of them is to every you I've ever loved.
Hmm.
Yeah, to every you I've ever loved before. And I think the other one is to you the one I loved. And they're both like the same characters, but the plot was like it wasn't so much time travel as it was like alternate realities.
Yeah.
Like but in a sense where in a world like in a futuristic world where you're able to freely travel to alternate universes.
Hmm.
Uh Apparently this guy
Oh, okay. I was thinking about that yesterday.
meets, the same person over and over again.
Hmm.
And I guess keeps falling in love with the same person. And it seemed like a mind fuck and also very cute. But I feel like I'd have to be fully awake to
Oh
understand.
yeah. Yeah, probably.
So yeah, that one's gonna be fun, especially now that I remember what prompted it.
Yeah, yeah, because that's, you know what, I'm gonna be digging up other ethics of time travel thing. Like, oh, there was this classic, like famous Star Trek episode from the 60s. Uh, what was, I think it was called, I might have, no, I don't remember the title, but I know where to find it, like, but it was great. It was just all about the ethics of time travel. Like, it was the first time travel episode they ever did. And like it was like Captain Kirk fell in love with this chick. Like, they had to go back in time because one of their friends went nuts and jumped through a time portal. So like, but he goes and he like meets this woman who puts them up in a place, and like it's in they would go to like the 1940s, I think, or something like that. And like, um I think what is it? Something like, no, I think their friend had prevented her, like she was about to get hit by a car. He was a doctor, so he saved her, and it changed all of history. And so the rest of them had to go back. And like it was bad, like it was dystopian.
Mm.
Like she accomplished all of these great things, but it wound up somehow just fucking everything up. And so they go back in time, then Captain Kirk falls in love with the woman. And then but
Oh
they're
no.
there because she has to be hit by the car and die. Like, it was such a powerful story, but yeah, it
I
was
mean, that's kind of
all
like I
about
mean, that's the
the
time machine
ethics.
right there.
Is
Because
it?
that's why he built the time machine was to save the woman he loved over and over
Was it?
again. And every time he would go back and she would still die.
Wait. The Time
She got
Machine by H.G. Wells?
yeah. At least in the remake, the one I saw in 2002, directed by, his great grandson or whatever,
Huh.
he kept building the time machine because he was going to propose to his girlfriend, and then she gets run over by a carriage, and then he goes back and tries it again, and then she gets like mugged and stabbed instead, and
Oh,
just
okay.
like
I'm gonna read that book,
and
man,
then
because
he realized that like he cannot change the past. Like it is set in stone.
yeah.
And that's what caused him to like go nuts basically. Then he like fell asleep on his time machine and then ended up like,
Oh, way in the
1,000
future.
years in the future. And
Okay, okay.
and then because he kept fucking with it, he fucked up the timeline.
Okay, I don't remember that part. I don't, but I was a little
Yeah,
kid
his
when I
original
saw that
motivation
movie.
was to try to save his love.
Okay, I'll find out soon if that's in the book, because
And
I don't remember from the movie I saw. I do remember
and now that I'm saying it, I feel like there's another piece of media that I've watched before where that's the same thing, where this guy sort of somebody loses their mind trying to change the past.
The Flash, like
No, because
that
I've never
movie. That
watched
was
that.
basically the plot. The whole Flashpoint thing is if he can prevent his mother from being murdered, and it winds up fucking up the entire timeline.
Yeah, because it always does.
Yeah, yeah, and that's one of the things, like if time is fluid and you go back in time and change something. And that, I mean, that's Back to the Future. That's the Back to the Future trilogy is basically like they keep fucking shit up.
Oh yeah, no,
And they have to
yeah,
try, it takes them
okay.
3 movies to come to some sort of resolution. I don't think you've seen those.
No, I have not.
It will be a good time to watch
ReZero
them.
is what I was thinking of. What was that you just mentioned? I'm making a list of stuff to
Oh,
watch.
the Back to the Future
Oh, Back to the
trilogy.
Future. No, I haven't seen those.
Because I mean those are so classic and there's no way we can't talk about those when because yeah, they actually do now that I think of it. Like I was kind of not mentioning them because I thought they were just too
Pop culture.
yeah, but now that I'm thinking about
Easy
the
to
movie,
swallow.
they are very, very much about the ethics and consequences of time travel. Um, because it's comedic, but it's sci-fi. It's like it's real sci-fi, but it's a comedy. Kind of like not quite like Ghostbusters. That's a bit more over the top humor. But yeah. Yo, no, you'd like Back to the Future. Honestly, you would.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a classic.
Yeah.
Let's see. There is an episode
Uh,
in Wandering Witch, The Journey of Elena, where she goes back in time. It
uh-huh.
actually, like, the Wandering Witch is one of those like slice of life animes.
Yeah.
It's just about some girl that wanted to study magic, and it's very lighthearted. She's
Uh-huh.
mostly it's almost like an anthology because it's just like every episode she just goes somewhere, she
Hmm.
meets some people, she does some stuff, and
Right,
then
like you do.
episode like you do, and then like episode like 7 had like a it was like rated different.
Hmm.
It was like rated like TVMA instead of TV-14, and also came with like a disclaimer for like disturbing scenes. I was like, whoa, what's gonna happen
Okay.
in here? And yeah, some fucked up time travel shit happens, and it's brutal. And yeah, you can't. Sometimes the past is better left buried. Let's just put it that way.
Right.
And
Okay.
yeah, but ReZero was what I was thinking because it's not so much like a time travel thing in that one,
Hmm.
but like it's one of those isekai animes,
Hmm.
and usually with those animes, you reincarnate into another world and you're given these badass superpowers or whatever because you're the main character and all that.
Right.
And so while he's trying to figure out what his main power is, turns out he doesn't have any,
Hmm.
and he still tries to do the best he can to save this person and be a little bit of a hero. And then she gets like decapitated, and then he gets his belly split open, and he's
Bummer.
like holding her like hand while he's bleeding out, and she's obviously dead. And then he
Wow.
closes his eyes and dies in the first episode. And then he opens his eyes and
Jeez.
he's back at the market before he met her.
Oh, weird.
And then he gets to start from there again. And he's like, huh, that was a weird dream. And then continues on, meets the same girl, goes to the same place, and then dies a different way. And she dies too. And then he starts over again from like a save point, basically.
Hmm.
And that's his power is return by death. Is like when the outcome is not ideal, if he dies, he gets to go back to a save point.
Mm. Okay,
And
cool.
he dies a lot of brutal fucking deaths
Hmm.
to go back and try to save it. And he only commits suicide once to because something bad happened. He was like, wait a minute. If I he goes a little nuts because something bad happened,
Yeah.
and this time he didn't die. Um, he like everybody betrayed him. Like some chick he liked dies just in her sleep. Apparently she was like cursed and he didn't realize it.
Uh-huh.
And everybody blames him, thinks that he did it. And then like the last thing you see is him like crying and saying, "Are you kidding me? I love all of you." And then just jumps off a cliff. And man, it was brutal. And then eventually he has to go through these like trials, and the one of the trials is like showing how he's abused his power, and
Hmm.
it shows him all of the alternate realities where he has died and shows the lives of the people he's left behind in each one of those realities without him.
Yeah.
Like, man, there was a lot where like people were like disgusted with him for just dying like that or killing himself, or when in reality it was all to save them. But it brings up
Uh-huh.
the existence, the possibilities of alternate realities where you're not actually going back in time.
Uh-huh.
You're dying in that reality and beginning anew in a different one,
Okay. Okay,
which
gotcha.
brings up the ethics of, you know, don't
Hmm.
fucking try not to die. Don't take your life for granted because he started doing that and abusing his power.
Yeah.
And yeah. So yeah, I'm glad that we got the brain juices flowing instead of just the day before that one
Right.
because now I have a lot more to talk about.
Yeah. For real. Yeah, because you have time.
Uh,
If not, you'd have been like, crap, how do I build a time machine so I can go back in time and prepare for this episode? Um,
right?
oh, so as far as getting back on track with the recording schedule, um, we've been doing the fourth week, which I like because um then like the an episode has just gone up the week before. We've been doing the fourth week on Thursdays, except for, the last 5 months. But um that would put us the day after Christmas this month. Um, do we need to move it earlier? Or because I don't have anything the
Yeah,
day
I
after
think
Christmas, but
I'm probably good to do it the day after Christmas.
okay.
I don't think I have anything, I mean, crazy going on.
Yeah, I don't for
And
sure.
so
I'll just be up here regardless doing work. So,
right, so yeah, I'm good with the well, that is Kwanzaa, so I don't
oh,
know.
oh, well,
It
I don't know. I
is,
don't
it's
know.
also the first day of Hanukkah, which is weird.
Oh, yeah, that is weird. Okay. All
So
right.
I thought Hanukkah usually started before Christmas.
I think it's kind of like Easter. It doesn't have like a date there, and I don't know if it has to do with full moons, but it's like Easter does. Like, what is it? I don't know. I don't know. It's
I don't
some,
know full moon schedule or
yeah, I
anything
don't
like
know
that.
how they decide when Easter is, but yeah, I also don't know how they decide when Hanukkah is. And it was just around the same time as Christmas. Huh.
There's apparently a Robert Pattinson time travel movie. It's like a streaming service movie
Interesting.
called High Life.
Huh.
Apparently, it came out in 2018. There's also the butterfly effect.
Oh, no. Have you seen that?
I saw it when I was a kid and it scared me, so
I
I haven't seen it.
remember that one definitely ethics of time travel. In fact,
Yeah.
the short story that I think they got that term from, I had to Google it the last time. Damn.
Apparently, there's a lot of those. There's like some straight
Um,
to DVD ones.
what? Oh, the butterfly effect
Butterfly effect,
movies?
yeah.
Like, but where the term butterfly effect came from was this short story where um tourists, it was time travel tourism in this short story. I had to read it in high school. Um, and like they go back in time to see dinosaurs. And I think one of the people, like, they wanted to, oh no, they were hunters and they wanted to like shoot a dinosaur or whatever. So like the time travel, the agency tracked the dinosaurs and they knew the ones that were about to die anyway. And so if you're going to go sport hunting dinosaurs, you have to do very specific ones. And you have very specific times because they're already going to die and you're not going to change the timeline, but you have to stay on the path. You can't go anywhere that they don't approve you going because any little thing, if you step on an insect, you don't know how that's going to affect the timeline when you get home. And like some asshole is on the tour, of course. Some asshole sport hunter thinks he
Yeah.
knows better, and he goes
Never heard of
off.
one of those.
Yeah, and I mean it was cool because if I remember the ending correctly, like they get back, like nobody knows he went off the trail, but they get back, and the guy who was leading it, like he can't read anything. They can't. Nothing makes sense. The letters are all different, and like I think the dude who'd stepped off the trail had a butterfly on the bottom of his boot. And then the guy, the director, just like shot him. I think that's how it ended. I don't know. But I can't remember what it was called, but I think that's for the bat that story definitely. Ethics of time, like can you just run around freely?
Yeah,
Because
you
if
have to
you
stay
so much
hidden.
as you so much as step on a butterfly, which is interesting because a lot of the alphabet they hypothesize that some of our symbols came from butterfly wings because there are some species of butterflies that basically have alphabet letters on them.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, if you step on a butterfly, that you end that line, and we don't have the same alphabet.
Hmm. I'm trying to think of now they're all like coming to me, and I'm trying to think of other time travel flicks. God, because there was one where like it was the type of time travel where like you can't be well, I mean maybe I'm just thinking of it's a common thing like in Harry Potter,
Uh-huh.
like the Prisoner of Azkaban, they do time
Oh
travel in
yeah,
that,
yeah.
and it totally fucks everything up.
Did
You know,
it?
well, like if you apply the fact that time travel exists
Oh
in
yeah.
the Harry Potter and at Hogwarts, it's sort of like there's so many other applications that could have been
Yeah.
useful for a little time turner thing
Right.
that it's like when Voldemort attacks the school
Uh-huh.
and Ron's older brother dies and like all this stuff happens, you can't maybe turn back time and fix it. Like,
Right.
yeah, I mean, if you want to,
Well, maybe it's because those things already happened and they didn't know they were going to happen, whereas with Buckbeak, he was merely sentenced to die. He hadn't actually. Oh, no, no. That's not true because it
well,
was.
it creates a paradox.
Yeah, it does.
It creates a paradox. Like they watch him die, but
Well, they
then they
didn't.
don't. They never saw it. So
Yeah,
maybe
they
it's a
didn't
Schrodinger's
see it.
cat thing.
So it's like all the time travel stuff because they were figuring out as they went through it, oh, that's where that rock came from that hit me in the head.
Yeah, is that
And
what my
so,
head looks like from the back?
right.
Classic line. Yeah, and then Hermione saw herself, which is supposed to be one of the things you're
Oh,
not supposed to
yeah.
do.
Yeah.
But she knew that she could see herself, and so it's not really that much of a shocker that she might see herself,
Yeah.
and she has the type of mind to just write that off.
Hmm.
Not everybody does, like if I saw myself sneaking around my backyard or something, I'd be like fucking Skinwalker and probably shoot it.
Right.
And but Hermione's like, must be me using the time turner. No big
Hmm.
deal, nothing to see here. But yeah, I mean, it creates a paradox and it's fucked up, and it fucks up the whole thing, just like the Terminator paradox. Like,
Right.
if you
Where,
didn't go back in
somebody's
time to
saying,
create you, and blah
yeah.
blah blah, and if you never did, you just create this loop. And I have a
Uh-huh.
feeling that that's what the movie Looper is about. And
Looper, man. It's about, well, I don't know. If you haven't seen, I don't want to tell you what it's
yeah,
about.
don't tell me.
Plus, I need to see it again. It's been so long. I just
There,
remember really liking it, but I think it was about, um, well, no, I don't know what you'd consider a spoiler, so I won't
yeah,
tell you.
everything.
All right, I'll be quiet.
But yeah, there's another cute movie called Palm Springs,
Mm,
and it's like it's an adorable movie featuring what's that guy's name from Hot Rod?
Hot Rod. I don't know that.
Uh, I think he's an SNL alum.
Huh.
He's the I'm on a boat guy.
Oh, I don't remember who that was. I remember
Um,
that. No, no, I know who you're talking about. Okay.
yeah, what's his
That's right. What
freaking
is his name? He's the
Andy
jizz in his.
Samberg.
Okay.
Yeah, Andy Samberg, and then Kristen Milioti. Um, and that's really the only two characters. Peter Gallagher is in it.
Hmm.
Um, but it's a movie where basically it's not so much a like a time travel movie as it is a time loop movie
Hmm.
where Andy Samberg is going to his girlfriend's friend's wedding
Mm-hmm.
and he's been stuck there for like reliving the same day for who knows how long. Like he's lost track.
Mm-hmm.
And he accidentally brings in like he gets every day he just spends it differently, gets fucked up in a different way or does something wild
Uh-huh.
differently. And he accidentally like brings in this girl that he was hooking up with because he was just hooking up with people because he just relives the same day every day. He's like
Yeah.
so he tried all sorts of different stuff. He like slept with the groom's best friend once, like he tried some gay stuff, why
Mm-hmm.
not? He's stuck in a time loop. And but he brings in this one chick and he shows her the meteor that hits and creates the time rip
Mm.
and that causes her to get stuck in as well. And so they have a good old time and but then they get sick of each other. Turns out when you're the only two people that remember living in a time loop and can never move
Yeah.
forward. Really cute movie. It's not so much intrinsic on time travel, but I guess there's a lot of ethical things in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like like he has some rules like don't kill people
Mm-hmm.
because like they don't remember but you do.
Right.
And don't
Yep.
commit heinous crimes because
Yeah. And
they
my
don't
fear
remember
would be
you do.
like, what if the loop ends and I've done something horrible and now I have to live with
Exactly.
it? That was kind of, Groundhog Day too is
Yeah,
another
Groundhog
one
Day.
where it's a loop where he's reliving the same day over and over.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
Really?
That was a popular one with my dad.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's been
That's Tom
around. That's
Hanks,
one of
isn't
those
it?
like, no, it's Bill Murray.
Bill Murray. Okay,
Yeah.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah, it was
Um,
pretty good. Like that's one
I'll have
of
to give
those
that one
that's
a
a
watch.
classic that it seems like everyone has seen.
Yeah, and I mean, I
Um,
guess that those are time travel movies. Loop movies are
yeah, it
still time
is.
travel.
It's still time travel. Um,
And those are honestly probably the easiest to write stories about because you don't have to focus on the effects of time travel so much as
right.
the ethics of it.
Right.
Because yeah, in Palm Springs, there's this one guy that he brings in with him, and that's who what's his name plays
Mm,
Peter Gallagher,
mm.
and he liked it at first, but he became this murderous person towards Andy because now
Uh-huh.
he can't see his children grow up and he can't ever go home. And so there throughout the movie, he'll just pop up from time to time with a different way of killing Andy. And
Wow.
yeah, it gets pretty fucked up. Good movie. It's a Hulu exclusive though.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, it
Mm.
was one of those ones that my brother was watching with his girlfriend while we were living together.
Hmm.
And then they just fell asleep. And I was just like, this is a good movie. And just kept on watching it. Like,
Hmm.
I tuned in like 20 minutes in. I was just scrolling on my phone. And yeah, I've watched that movie a couple times since. But all right. Well, at least I've got some good notes for the one we're gonna do a year from now.
Yeah, true. That's the one we're focusing on is the last one.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, that was gonna be the hardest one for me to riff off of.
Yeah, I could see that. like if you don't think about it. But to me, that would have been one of the easiest ones. I would have just
Yeah, no, now that I got the juices
rambled.
flowing and all the media that I
Uh-huh.
was inspired by for that topic, and now I can actually lead the topic.
Okay, cool. Cool, cool.
We got that sorted
I
out.
am
Sequence
too.
to be sorted, and so are my thoughts. I keep trying to highlight your page here, like mess
I
around with
wondered
the
if you
Word doc.
could,
No, it's just a screen.
or I wondered if you could even just copy the file, but
No, we would
guess
have to
not.
be in like Google Docs for that.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm
Gotcha.
I'm sure Word has a way to do it now.
Yeah.
That was the big selling point about Google Docs back in the day was you could work
Hmm.
on it as a
Oh,
team
right. Yeah. Yeah.
because we used to have to do that in school.
Hmm. I hate that. I hate
I
being
did too.
forced to work on things as a team in school.
Oh God, yeah. If I ever end up back in college, I will
Hmm.
be investigating my professors to see if they do or do not have group projects and group assignments.
And
Because,
I'm pretty sure they all do.
yeah, I mean, there was a few that I
Well,
had that didn't do them because they saw the issues with them.
yeah.
Because
Oh,
I'm
I
not here.
hate them.
Yeah, I don't think, like, I understand having to work together to be like a useful skill,
Right.
but
But if you haven't learned it by college, I mean, I don't
yeah.
know. And like, I don't want to be with the
Well,
people who haven't learned it. I don't want them to be in my group. And then I have to do all the work.
yeah, and I mean, because the whole idea is supposed to be it translates to work. I already work.
Yeah.
Like I'm not preparing for the workforce where you may have to work with other people. Yeah, I already do that
Right.
every fucking day.
Uh-huh.
Having to do it
Yeah.
for my grade is different from having to do it for my pay.
Yeah.
If I'm having to do it for my pay, I have higher ups that I can complain to and get the other person fired. And I have ways of indicating my own individual success based on the group effort.
Hmm.
In college and just school group assignments, the grade you get is the grade you get based on your whole
Right.
assignment.
Yeah. And I hate when other people have power over my grade like that. Because if they fuck it up,
No, and I also
and
hate
we're
feeling
graded as a
responsible for
team,
somebody else.
that
Like,
doesn't
because,
bother me nearly as much as the other way around.
yeah,
But
absolutely. But, I may have things that come up, and sorry about it, guys.
right.
You know, if it were just my grade, I'd be fine with getting the B minus.
Hmm.
But if I've got somebody in my team that's aiming for an A plus,
Hmm.
sorry, I don't, blame the teacher, don't blame me.
Yeah, I agree. Oh well. Um, hmm. Well, I guess we got that scheduled.
Yep,
I'm gonna have to get going though, because I have to get up at 4
yep. No, I've got to go
to
feed
be
these
at
animals.
work.
They're all screaming at me.
Gotcha. Yeah, that cat's been lurking behind
Yeah,
you.
no, he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm just a glorified can opener.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much. And if they run out of food, they'll eat you.
yeah.
Pretty sure. Kitty.
He's just making himself at home. Yeah, that is Thor, the god of thunder.
Gotcha. I pictured him a little bit taller.
He's a big boy.
He's huge. Honestly, I almost said that lion has been
Come here.
stalking you.
Come here. Come on. Come on. Come up
Kitty.
here. You always do this when I'm playing video games and fuck me up, but now you want to do it when I want you to.
Because you want him to.
Yeah. He doesn't like my lap. I've got too small of a lap for him.
Hmm.
He's too large of a cat.
Ah, that makes sense. Eat more Twinkies,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right,
Um,
man. Well, we got that sorted out.
heck yeah. So
I will
we're
say I don't
doing
know.
26th.
Let's see. Take a look at the calendar here. The calendar. Okay. I've got so many bands just dropped tour schedules today.
Hmm.
And my stretch from March to April is I've got like 5 concerts that I'm now going to.
Okay.
But it doesn't look like any of them should interfere with any recording schedule.
Okay.
Uh,
Cool, cool.
because I'll be going to LA to visit my brother
Hmm.
for one of those, but that's on the 11th of April. And then I'll just be coming back the 13th.
Okay.
And then,
Sounds fun.
but
Okay.
rescheduling isn't that hard should anything come up.
Right. Yeah, we just need to stay on it because
Yeah,
this year I keep trying to make people accept that I'm going to be bulldozing. I'm succeeding in everything. So, yeah, if we need to
word,
reschedule, let's do it. We'll just reschedule, but I don't want, I guess I don't want any gaps. I want to just
right.
build momentum.
Right. If we
So,
reschedule, it just needs to be the week before, the week after,
right,
and
if we can do it earlier or
then
just as
pitter
soon
pat.
as possible, yeah, so that we keep it going. And if it's gonna grow, give it the chance to do it. That is all.
Gotcha.
That is all.
All right,
All
man.
right.
Well,
Well,
good
thank
talk.
you. Indeed. Indeed. Well, I'll talk to you later.
Later.
Bye.